And today we've got with us Aaron Brigman.
Right? Is that right?
Did I say it right?
It's subjective. Things are subjective. Brigman, but I've been called, Bridgman, Bergman. It don't matter.
So I'd like to reintroduce Aaron,
Brigman.
the wonderful, great sport, fantastic human being, Brigman.
Yes, I love that. Great intro.
Perfect.
And it's a creator, co-creator. I don't know. I'm not sure of the title exactly because I probably might have skipped a line or two in the press release of BERN Notice.
The cartoon.
The cartoon. It's on various streaming services.
No.
Just hit up. No.
Amazon.
Amazon. Yeah, Amazon. How many streaming services do we have you on?
Currently, it is just Amazon Prime. We're looking into maybe bigger distribution. We're seeing how things kind of go, but currently Amazon Prime.
Right on.
Cool.
Well, welcome to the show.
Hey.
Yes. So tell us, Aaron, how you got started with this project, because I've read a little bit and I've kind of paid attention a lot to your Instagram posts.
Sure.
And I think you have a really cool story, and I'm totally excited to talk to you and get to hear this.
Awesome. Yeah, cool. Well, first of all, gracias. Thank you for having me on, of course.
De nada. Bienvenidos.
Yeah. Let's be careful, though. I only know like the one word.
Yeah.
At least it's not one of the kitchen words. Good for you.
Yeah.
I know some of those too.
I think I know a sentence here or there, but yeah. Okay. So I won't get super into it, detailed about how it came to be. But for a while, I used to do audio along years and years ago, and I would record bands. And with recording bands, I noticed that a lot of these guys in bands oftentimes were very funny. Like they were characters, right? Performers. Makes sense. So me and one or two of those guys ended up making a couple sketches. We put them on Funny or Die, and they did well. And we said, hey, that's cool. And it kind of built up from there. And then I had made a stop motion cartoon back in 2014. And we sent it to a couple film festivals. It got in, and it's like, wow, this is cool. What else can we do, right? Then we did a couple live action things. And these were all shorts, 8, 10, 15 minutes. And I was like, I wonder if I could do a feature. And then I was like, that's insane. You're insane. So instead of doing that, I made basically equivalent, I guess, to kind of a feature. It's 6 roughly 11-minute episodes of this cartoon. And so that's kind of how, that's a little recap, right? That's not bad.
No, that sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I'm curious. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead. Dude.
Okay. I'm curious, why do people decide to do the multiple short episodes when, you could have one like movie, one feature? Because you're our second guest who has done that. And both are on Amazon Prime, and I just found that interesting. I was like, why would you do that?
That's a great question. I wonder if I'm going to have a good answer. So for me personally, this kind of started as a test for this BERN Notice. I had the idea of BERN Notice because I like the actual show BERN Notice and other shows.
Me too. I'm
like
a big
that.
fan.
Absolutely. Michael Weston, Sam Max, Fiona, his dumb brother, his mom who smokes all the cigarettes. It's a great show. The nonstop of yogurt eating.
Right.
I love yogurt.
Yogurt eating and snide comments. Yeah.
Exactly. So I thought it would be funny. I'm going to circle back and get to that. I'm going to answer that question, but I just thought it'd be funny to make a show called BERN Notice. The guy's name is BERN Notice. So I made like a little 5-minute kind of short. So that's kind of how it started. And then it was like, okay, well, maybe we'll make, a 10, like that did all right. Like maybe we'll make like a 10, 11-minute episode. And then through making that, I got some of my buddies involved, and they did a lot better. I mean, they did really well. Like I was planning on, like, if I was going to make more every episode, like a bunch of people were going to die. And then it was like, if I keep killing everyone, there's not this endless pool of talent, at least for me. You know what I mean? Like, hey, come over here and, do this stuff. I'm not going to pay you. You know what I mean? Like, so this is on favors and stuff. So that's, if that makes sense, that's why I chose to do it. Cause it's like, okay, so we got one 10-minute episode. Let's make 6 10-minute episodes. There'll be like a serial story, opposed to episodic. My understanding is episodic is a self-contained episode, kind of like Family Guy or something like that.
Right.
Whereas like a Breaking Bad show is serial. Every episode kind of picks off of the previous episode. So that was my intent. Whether or not that happened, that's up to you to decide. But that's what I was going for. So that's why I decided to do that, opposed to one 60-minute movie, right?
Right. Okay.
But essentially, it kind of is in a way. So I hope that answered that.
Yes,
totally.
I think it did. And hey, if you ever need some voiceover talent from a distance, we're set. We can do this remotely. Just give me a character. We can do this.
I'm going to tell you this right now. You might be in luck.
I'm on IMDb. So is Rudy.
So am I. Yeah.
So, I mean, that could be very possible. I've got a couple of characters, switch 'em ups coming up, and we just got it. So we're making 6 more episodes. I might be jumping the gun. I'm sorry if I'm.
No.
No, just share.
Fair enough. So we're currently I'm making 6 more episodes, roughly the same run time, maybe a little longer, and we just started doing voiceovers. So the way I'm trying to do it is get all the main characters done first, and then kind of roll into your second and third characters. So it's a possibility, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Hey.
We love to work.
You
Even for
know
free.
where we're at. I'm happy to do this with you.
Just spell my name right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't care if you say it wrong, but
Just searchable. Make it searchable.
Spell my name. Spell my name.
So I
love that song.
Yeah. I love being told that. Anyway, so here's one thing that I really do appreciate about your endeavors over there is it's a DIY. I mean, you took your creative talent and whatever resources you have, and just brought it right out of the basement. Now, is that the actual basement that it came out of that we see you in?
This is it. This is
yes.
I'm thinking of
it.
Me too. I'm thinking of, just bear with me here. I'm thinking of signing the basement and selling it on eBay. Not sure if I can do it. Just an idea. You know what I mean? Just an idea running through the old noggin.
If you can get a couple bucks, that's always good.
Hey guys, I'm selling my basement. Don't know what that means. But whatever. Yeah, no, this is the basement.
Yeah.
So yeah. Sorry, I felt like I was going to have more there, but I do not.
No. That's all right.
It's fine. This happens sometimes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I'm excited. Do you have season 2 out? Or
no,
yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, just the first season right now. We're working on the second season as we speak.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was just confused because I thought when I looked at it on Amazon Prime, I thought I got season 2 episode 1, I thought is what I purchased. But maybe not. I probably just looked at it wrong. I don't know. We'll blame it on that.
Sure. I wish it was done. It would just the idea, just thinking about doing another season is just like terrifying. It's like another one. I wasn't even planning. I didn't think anyone. It's done far better than I ever would have thought, which is great, right? Is it?
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Sure.
1,000,000 minutes, right?
A million minutes.
You guys have had that massive kudo recently.
Yes, yeah. It's picking up, and like once again, sure, it's great, but then again, it's like, and by no means do I have to do another season, but I feel obligated because the way I wrote these 6 episodes, there were 6 more in line. Like that, the first 6 do not
Right.
finish the story that's happening. So I do want to finish
Sure.
that, but like all the work, and I mean, it's not even what I found out is even bad animation takes a really long time. So
How
it's
many
yeah.
how many hours do you spend animating one episode? They're around 10 minutes per episode, right? So how
Yes.
many hours of your animation and work goes into that?
It's really hard to say. I'm getting better at it. I'm getting a little faster at it. But with that, then it comes, then I'm a little more detailed, and you want to fix this, and you do this, then you change something else you just done. And
Ooh, I can understand that.
and you want it to be good, but you have to have a conversation in your head, like how much extra time, how many more hours into this what percentage is that going to make it better?
Right.
I mean, I could work another 10 hours on this scene or whatever, and it's like, is it 1% better? Is that worth it? Like, where is the line?
Wow.
Right.
You know what? I think I just had an epiphany right here.
Oh, good.
Yes, I think that's a really excellent way to look at it because I used to get really bogged down with all the editing and stuff just for the podcast, and it's not even got animation. I would drive myself insane trying to
Yeah.
do that on top of everything. So
Yeah.
And it's very much the I guess the plight of the artist. It's like, and especially with something that is ongoing, like with music, for example. You write music, and then you're like, okay, well, I can do this better with it. I can do this other thing with it, or I don't like that part anymore. Or, I want this higher up in the mix, and I'm sure that at a certain point, it and I really don't like this term, but it is what it is, and it gathers its audience from that essence. So, I mean, I could see where the whole idea of, oh, I can do better, I could do better, I could do better. So, well, do you really have to make that image sharper? Does this character have to move in this sort of way? And it's kind of like, no, you have to keep you have to keep kind of that edge on it, kind of that
Yeah.
rawness to it, which I think is fantastic. And just that you're expressing, is it worth another 1,000 hours for that 10 seconds of perfection? And who else sees it but you, right?
Exactly. And even more so, what I've learned is that someone who's going to like it, they're going to like it, and someone who isn't. So in your head, it's like, well, I want to fix this, so everyone will like it, or so they see this. They're not going to see it if they don't like it. They're not going to see it. They're not going to like it regardless. Like
that's so true.
And I want to go back to what I said about the how many hours versus how much percent. I want to give credit where credit is due. I heard that from I believe it's Trey Parker of South Park. I was watching one of their documentaries, and I had an epiphany when he said, I think I watched that years ago, and that's always stuck with me. Like, it's so true. Like, I just want to give credit to that, so someone doesn't see that and they're like, what is this about? This guy's just
Like, he didn't say that.
he's just ripping these guys off. No,
Yeah.
but still holds true. The saying holds true.
Hey, I
Yeah.
steal all my best sage lines from somewhere else. It's really, yeah. It's just sharing truth. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right.
And now we know. Now
And
we
now,
know.
and then just to like with someone who's gonna like it is gonna like it. Someone who isn't. With the we get reviews on Amazon Prime, and it's interesting because it's like people who like it really like it. People who don't, actually, it infuriates them just the mere presence of this existing. And and it's the same bad review all the time. The animation sucks, blah blah blah. I could go. Actually, I wrote a word for word bad review into the second season that I'm very pumped up about. It's gonna be very fun.
Nice.
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 But what I'm getting at is, it's like they don't care. If you're trying to win these people over, if you're trying to impress them, good luck. It ain't gonna happen. So do what you want to do the way you want to do it.
Yeah.
End of story.
Yeah. And you know what? And what I like about the those negative Nancys, that naysaying audience, those ones that will crap on anything. I think the best part about them is that they will come back and watch again, or
Yeah,
they'll
yeah,
listen
yeah.
again.
They're
They
almost
will
your
Yeah.
they will
biggest
keep coming
fan.
back to be pissed off. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got this one review that I absolutely love. It really doesn't. The negative reviews don't bother me. The thing that doesn't bother me is when they don't necessarily make sense, and I'll explain that. We got this 1-star review, and this guy's like, basically the same. Like, the animation sucks. The show's not funny. What's even the plot of the show? But if you can get through all of that, it's not bad. And it's like, well, not 2 stars.
Right.
You watch the whole. You can't even give me 2 stars. What is that about? But whatever. So it is what it is. And if you do something, if you make something, you put it out there. People are allowed to not like it. They're allowed to hate it. Go
Absolutely.
ahead.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's
true.
your right.
Yeah.
So I'm more than okay with that. I prefer if you liked it, but what are you gonna do?
Right. Right.
Wow. It sounds like I'm interviewing you.
Oh, well,
He's smart like you on this stuff.
well, yeah. I mean, what is it? Joke them if they can't take a.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's always saying, hey, like all these things you've been talking about, and I'm the one that's sitting over in the corner with my phone going, they didn't like us. Why didn't they like us? And then I'm like, you know what? I don't care. Fine. If they don't like me, I don't like them either.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's how much like who, I don't know. I'm kind of stumbling on words right now because it's like how many. I hate talk. I should have never even brought it up. I hate talking. I don't even like the word the trolls. It's just like
Right.
it's the trolls. No, I mean they didn't like it, and that's fine. And I'm not. Who is this guy? It's some guy in their loser basement, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it's just some dude. Who cares? Whatever, man. So thanks for watching. I still got those minutes.
Right. Still a win. Still a
Yeah.
win in the Burn Notice camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very, very true. So, yeah.
So as far as, do you have a timeline on the coming episodes?
Yeah, a rough timeline. We'll see how. Well, this is what it's supposed to be. So far, I'm on schedule. I'm approaching this season differently in the way I wrote all 6 episodes at once. The first season, I wrote 1 episode, then we did an episode. Wrote another episode, we did another episode, which I like doing. That was great. Just want to mix it up, right?
Yeah.
And in my head, I was like, I write all 6 episodes, and then hopefully maybe we can knock through a bunch instead of having these people come over X amount of times. Maybe we can cut that down a little. Not that I don't want to see them, but people are busy. Things are hassles.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's hard enough to get your own schedule down, but then getting other people to be able to acquiesce to a work schedule, especially in
Sure.
creative endeavors. I mean, it takes a village. And
Yeah.
everybody's got to be on the same page at least for an hour or so.
No kidding. And then like once again, I wanted to get at least a small production budget together to do this second season, because I want to pay people, not because I'm a great guy, because like when you pay people, they tend to take things a little bit more seriously. They tend to show up on time. They
Right.
tend, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was
you show add value and you get value. Yeah, for
exactly.
Yeah.
So that did not happen. So because I was planning on doing a kids cartoon, which I still want to do, but I thought I was going to have like 6 months before this thing started kind of taking off, so to speak. And I did air quotes. This isn't going to be. I'm not sure if they're going to see us when we do the.
Yeah,
the
we're
thing
gonna
or
let
not.
Yeah,
we're gonna let everybody
they'll see
see
ya.
you do that for sure.
But
Especially now that you did the air quotes for real.
of
That's
course.
going out there.
that's
Out
that's
there.
the that's the thumbnail. Wow, I totally forgot what I was.
Children's cartoon. You're
Oh,
taking
right, yeah,
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the BERN Notice started like really going a lot faster than I thought. So then I was like, okay, let's have another season ready to go. Another 6 episodes. So I was going to write all 6 episodes last month, which I did. We're starting to do voiceovers this month and next month, and hopefully by June I will start animating. And by the end of this year, I'm hoping to have 3 out, and then 3 more early next year.
Nice.
Cool.
And I think, thank you. Yeah, and I think this is going to be. I'm gonna say it publicly, right? I think this is going to be the last 6 episodes, just because unless we were able to get a production budget, but with what's happening, it puts me in an awkward position because people assume because it has been streaming this much and because you can Google it and IMDb comes up and so on and so forth, people really assume like you're making a lot of money right now.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the truth is, no. I mean, the truth is no. I think I get paid 1 cent per hour streamed. So I mean, you can do the math there.
Right.
So you know, so I just don't want to, unless I'm gonna be able to pay people for another 6 episodes. I'm not gonna deal with it because it makes me feel awkward. It makes me feel like I'm lying and I'm not, and it's like I don't know how do I prove it? And no one's and I should say no one's like being a jerk or anything. These are paranoia ideas in my own brain. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, people come to entertainment and you know they look at it and they see, well, wow, you've got something going on. Where's the mansion?
Yeah.
Where's your Rolls Royce?
Yes.
I thought we were gonna have like a Perrier with cocaine for lunch. I mean, what's going on? You're like, no, we're having Cheerios with the kids, and
we're having Cheerios and Adderall.
Right.
Okay.
And after you're done doing the voiceover for me, I got like a beer for you. I mean, paid for by the last 6 episodes.
Alcohol is included. I mean,
right.
That's a given. But
That's
but yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's cool. Everything is very very cool right now, I guess. Yeah,
that's good. Now the that you mentioned the children's cartoon, is that just because you have children, or there's a, I mean, are you a big fan of the Cat in the Hat? You know, I mean.
Yeah. Okay. So I came up with. I mean, as like I guess if we want to use the word creator, you come up with ideas constantly, right? Like if you're in the mode of creating things, you're probably coming up with ideas a lot. So this is an idea that I came up with a while ago. I came up with like a bunch of, I was going to pitch some ideas to a couple people like a small kind of YouTube channel. This was like 5 years ago or something. And I had this great idea, and then I didn't want to. I was like, well, that's a great idea. I don't want to pitch that. Like, I'm saving that for myself. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
so then I had to say something. So I came up with like 3 of these stupid ideas, and then in hindsight, I'm like, those ideas were good too.
Don't you hate that?
Yeah. So the one, so I'll if you want, I can pitch it to you right now.
Oh, I'd love to hear a pitch.
Yeah,
It's been a minute.
So, so this is a kid's cartoon, ages between 3 and 10. My daughter's 2. So yeah, I mean that did have some, like, especially recently, why I wanted to do it. That was kind of the reason. I was like, yeah, I should make a kids cartoon. Although she does love BERN Notice.
I'm sure.
But
So here's the finger.
She's just, I mean, she watched me make the whole, I mean, the whole time she's been alive, she's been watching me make it. So she doesn't understand what it is, but she knows she's supposed to like it.
Right.
Yeah.
So the pitch is, ages between 3 and 10. It's a grandmother and grandfather, and they raise their grandkids. The rub is that they're cranberries, and it's called Cranparents. So I mean, that's a hit right there. I don't know how else to. I don't know how else to.
So I'm guessing the kids are drawn really plump and red, and then the grandparents look like craisins.
Basically, more or less, we started to kind of. I got a buddy of mine who's a fantastic designer. I could maybe show you a picture on my phone if I still have it. But he did some rough designs of the characters, and we've got like a 1-sheet. We were going to pitch this to a production company, and of course, as things normally do, that kind of fell apart. BERN Notice started picking up, and it's like, let's just put this on hold for the time being, and we'll circle back, you know.
Yeah.
Because I still work a full-time job, you know what I mean? So it's like,
oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It's like there's only so many hours in a day. I can't find it, but yeah, I mean, basically what you said is exactly dead on. That's basically what they look like. You nailed it.
Nice.
That's great.
So,
yeah.
I do have a kind of a what if question.
Oh, it's like right there.
Sweet.
Nice.
I like the stash on Grandpa. That's
yeah.
I don't really do this very often. Actually, you may be the first. Although we have screamed over the air to try and see about getting people money. And if someone contacted you and said, "Hey, Aaron, we heard that you are thinking of doing 6 more episodes and then quitting the BERN Notice thing. We don't like that. We've got money. We've got money, and we'd like to give you some. Could you be bought to do it some more?"
I guess it really depends. And I'll tell you why. Because, I mean, the quick and short answer is probably yes, right? Isn't, yeah. I mean, more often than not, sure, probably. It depends on how much, if you don't just give somebody money, right?
Right.
Like Patrice O'Neill, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Patrice, but
I love Patrice. Yeah,
absolutely, he's the man.
Yeah, bless his soul.
Man. Yeah, exactly. But he said, how you control somebody, right? You give them something they don't have. It depends on what kind of demands they would want. Do they want script? They want script approval. Do they want, you know what I mean? Like,
right. What is the what's the little hand grab on the creative process?
Right.
Ultimately.
Exactly. And I'm willing to give, but it depends on what. And I would assume if they're fans of this of these episodes, they're pretty much on board.
Right. Right.
But so it would depend. But more, I would say the short answer would be probably yes.
well, good. I that's definitely one of the things that I'm hoping people who watch our show will look at talent, and in one way look at talent like yourself that we interview, and in one way or another support, either go and see your cartoon, or if they are somebody who is I don't know, works for Sony International in Clichy, France.
Hi, Clichy.
Hi,
Hi
Clichy.
again, Clichy.
Hi, Clichy. They would reach out to you and say, "Hey, we love your cartoon, and we'd like to do something with you."
Yeah,
That would be,
cool.
and that, I mean, to be fair, that was, I mean, making BERN Notice live on and keep going on. I shouldn't say live on, that sounds stupid, but to keep BERN Notice going on wasn't necessarily the point. The point was more so to have something for a reel, you know, an
Right.
example of your work. So a lot of the stuff that's happening right now is a side effect, which great, you know.
Yeah, outside of your realm of intention with the whole thing. Yeah.
Yes. So I mean that's great. But yeah, I mean absolutely. I'm more than willing to talk or what have you.
What have you? Right, right. Whatever may come.
Yeah.
Well, one, I am a fan of cartoons. Have been since I was a kid. Have been ridiculed for watching cartoons. I've definitely seen how that particular genre of entertainment has gone from, just the kids Saturday morning thing to the late night adult thing, and
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see that there are people like yourself who are, DIY and taking it out of the basement and bringing it to mass consumption, and being pleasantly surprised that it's taking up. And I would like to wish you further success with it. And I would like you to have the problem of, oh my gosh, season 8. Do I really want to do this again?
Right.
Your little girl's not a little girl anymore going, come on, daddy, we're getting the in-ground pool this year, right?
Yeah.
BERN Notice season 10, let's do it, daddy.
Yeah, that would be something, right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean it's a very punk rock type show, if you ask me, man.
For sure.
So yes, it's been wild so far. So the downside to it, I wish I had a little graph of like the minutes. There's a graph that shows how many minutes are streamed. I was showing Pete. Pete was over here the other day. He does one of the voices on the cartoon, and he's kind of asking about how the show is doing. And the graph kind of goes up, right? Like you want to see like the minutes are going up. And it kind of starts off kind of like the first month it didn't do so well. Then after a month it really started going up. And what I was explaining to him is, as great as that is, by that going up, you can see that graph is literally a graph of how drunk I was getting every day. Like just the celebrate. Oh my God. So as great as it is, it's like,
it's a tax on the liver.
It really is, man. I've really had to calm myself, so to speak.
Right.
You should stay California sober, man.
Is that? Oh, I'm assuming that's just
herbal essence.
Yes, fair enough. Yeah. Yes. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah. Yes, it's doing good. Thank you very much too for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Aaron, this has been a really good time for us. This is the point in the show where we just kind of roll out the red carpet to you, and you want to, plug the show,
anything.
plug
Yes.
anything, anywhere where you can be contacted or people can see the show.
While you're thinking how you want to do that, though, we're going to remind our listeners that we would love for you to go on Apple Podcasts and leave us a 5-star review with written review, please. We love seeing what you have to say about what
look,
we're
baby.
doing. And there's a little one. How cute. But yes, 5-star review with written review, please. All right.
Hello. Good morning.
Aaron, now's your shot.
Oh man, now you put me into an Eminem type situation, right?
Right.
Lose yourself in the moment, man.
So, the show is streaming on Amazon Prime Video. So it's called BERN Notice, BERN. I think the easiest way to find it is to just search BERN, BERN. If you search BERN Notice, it should come up. Somebody recently told me it did not. So
It did not for me.
No,
fair enough.
my
Yeah.
computer spell checked burn and
Yeah,
Yeah.
took me to the
yeah.
TV show.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I know. It's like you couldn't possibly have meant that. So that, and then number 2 would just be to, if you want to get a hold of me or check other things out, go to lastTakeMedia.com. LastTakeMedia.com, and we've got links to things and like an email to get a hold of, and some T-shirts too, or whatever. So
Yeah.
that's
Oh, nice. All right, merch.
merch.
Definitely
we've
push
been-
the merch.
Absolutely. You know, honestly, I haven't pushed it at all. I've been giving it away for like promotions and stuff. And it hit me
I
like
do
a couple, like a week ago. I was just like, dude, I should try to sell some of this. Like,
Yeah.
but, oh, and then what you said too, a 5-star review. If you like the show and you like it, leave a review. That'd be great.
Reviews are so helpful. People just
really
have
are.
no idea. They're really helpful.
And it's impossible to express that to somebody. They're like, yeah, I
Yeah.
get it. It's like, no, you don't though.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah. You
So
don't.
yeah, that's it. Yeah. Okay. I was talking to, I know, talking to the,
All right.
So,
Well, hey, Aaron.
all right.
Thanks again, man. This has been really great, and
Yeah.
continued success. Thanks for being on.
absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on. And then